Hey everyone, this is AKCoder and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this episode, we will go on to episode 7 of the Learning Python series. Today we will learn about input, which is a tool we can use to interact with the user. We will also learn about concatenation. So let's get started. First, let's learn about input. Python has an input function which lets you ask a user for some text input. To use this built-in function, you can either just ask an user for input or you can also store the response in a variable. Now let's look at some examples. First, you type in input, and then a set of regular parentheses, and then what you want to print in the console before asking the user to input their answer in quotation marks. So what this will do is it will print hello in the console and also ask the user to input an answer in the given space. Here's another example. In this example, we're storing the user's answer in a variable called grade. So I did grade is equal to input, what is your grade? This will print what is your grade in the console, ask the user to input an answer, and store the response in a variable. Now let's try out some input examples in the REPL.it project. So first, let's try one without storing it in a variable. So what you do is input a regular set of parentheses and then ask the question. So what is your name? And when you run this code, it prints out what is your name and then it lets you type in an answer. So you can just type in your answer and then it ends the program. Now let's try putting this in a variable. So let's do name is equal to input, what is your name? Then let's print out name, and let's print out, for example, hi, comma name. So now it asks you for your name, and you can type in your answer, and then it says hi, comma AKCoder. What is concatenation? Concatenation means joining two data types together. Concatenation is used in many programming languages. A common use of concatenation is when you want to display a message that includes the value of a variable and another string. To concatenate in Python, we can use commas to join two different data types together, and we can use a plus sign to join two same data types, most commonly strings, together. Let's look at some concatenation examples. First, let's use it in a print statement. So first I created a variable called food and I made it equal to pizza. And then I made a print statement that said that concatenated I like and food. So here you can see that I used a comma to concatenate the string and the variable. So when we run this code in the console, it should print out I like pizza. Now let's look at concatenation using a plus sign. So I used a very similar example to the previous one. So food is equal to pizza and print I like plus food plus period. So this is very important. So you cannot use a plus sign to concatenate two different data types such as integers and strings. If you do, then it's going to give you an error. Now I'll show you an example on the REPL.it project. So first, let's create a variable, and I'm going to name my variable number, and I'm going to make that equal to the text 5. Now let's create a print statement. So print I have, comma, number, comma, apples. So pause this video and think about what will be printed in the REPL.it console. Okay, so now I'm going to run this code. So when we run this code, it prints out I have 5 apples because I did I have and then number, which is equal to 5, and then apples. Now let's do the same example but using a plus sign. So let's do I have space plus number plus and another space, then apples. So if you use a plus sign to concatenate, you have to add an extra space. It doesn't do that automatically for you. So now let's run this code, and it prints out I have 5 apples just like the previous one. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button and leave a comment regarding this episode so that I'll know how to make future episodes. Also, make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you'll know when future courses are released. See you in the next video!